Welcome back to my channel. We will be covering our honest opinion about the Enfield 650s and would this bike be recommended considering Enfield's reliability issues in the past. Enfield has introduced the 650s in two forms, the modern classic aka the Interceptor and a cafe racer, the Continental GT. The Interceptor and Continental GT have a rich history behind them, but that will be covered in another video. These bikes, even though share 98% of the parts, do have their own distinct riding characteristics. The reason behind this is because of the different riding position and the position of the handlebar. The Interceptor has a very relaxed and natural riding position with a slightly rear set foot peg, which makes her perfect for the planned or unplanned long trips. While the GT has a front-leaning riding position with rear set foot pegs, the small change in seating dynamics makes you feel more connected with the bike. Since there is a slightly more weight on the front tire, the bike handles the corners in a far more efficient manner. It may not be agile as a KTM RC390, but it comes pretty close. Enfield has pleasantly surprised us with the butter smooth vibe-free engine, which is reliable as well as powerful. I personally miss the vibes of a Royal Enfield. If not for the logo, you can easily mistake this for a Japanese made bike. Quite a few owners complain that Enfield has spent 90% of the research and development on the engine and the balance 10% to make the bike. But this is what makes her special. She is designed in such a way that there is no electronic interference between the rider and the bike. And unlike other bikes in the 600cc category, this is actually a good thing for the Royal Enfield. They are trying to bring back the absolute raw nostalgic riding experience back. The only modern feature is a fuel injection and a ABS. And according to us, that is a mandate and hence that has been included. When it comes to the service cost and availability of service centers, there is no other player in the 650cc category that can beat the Royal Enfield. Actually, we would like to take this claim a bit further. There are very few players from the 100 to 1000cc category that comes close to Royal Enfield's service network base in India. The service cost is comparable to our 300cc bikes. And since the engine is almost as reliable as a Japanese made unit, you should not expect any unnecessary expenses as long as the engine is maintained periodically. Since the bike has been intentionally given a basic and classic look, the Royal Enfield is often used as a canvas for quite a few bike build-off projects. She comes with a healthy 47 horsepower engine producing 52 Nm of torque. Again, those are just theoretical numbers. What matters is real life performance. The Enfield creates enough low-end torque for you to be in 4th gear all day long in the city as long as the traffic is moving at 40 km and above. That is everyday usability. She usually touches a speedo indicator of 170 to 175 km. Depending on how crouched you are, obviously. 0 to 100 km come at respectable 6.45 seconds. She is the most fuel efficient bike in her category, returning an average between 21 to 25 km. If you want to make her go faster, you get a variety of aftermarket air filters, spark plugs, exhaust system, you name it, those parts are available. If you would like to take her a step further, you can always install a retuned map in sync of the replaced aftermarket performance parts. The best part of these aftermarket units is the price. Now, to give you an example, an aftermarket exhaust for a Honda 600cc plus bike would cost you anywhere between 80 to 1,20,000 rupees. The aftermarket exhaust for a Royal Enfield will cost you only between 9 to 18,000 rupees. Now, if you are a pure automobile enthusiast and you would like to take her to another level, you can also source a 865cc big bore kits that pumps up the power all the way upward to 60 horsepower on the rear wheel on the dyno. Let me emphasize the fact that 60 horsepower is on the rear tire and not the horsepower that the engine manufactures. So what you will have is a bike with absolutely no electronic interference, 2 inches of rubber in the front and 2 inches of rubber in the rear in terms of grip, and 60 horsepower. You better know how to ride the bike if at all you want to upgrade this bike to this level. Again, if you're a responsible responsible rider who can tame these horsepowers, you can easily catch up with your friends who own bikes 3 to 4 times more expensive. In terms of riding comfort or laziness, however you'd like to look at it, you can also install a aftermarket slipper clutch. Now comes the most attractive feature of the bike, her price. She's priced between 2,66,000 and 3,03,000 depending on the variant you choose from. The same bike in the US starts at 4,33,000 rupees or $5,800. Now according to us, if you consider all the points on top, you will not go wrong purchasing this product. She is an amazing bike, and unlike other 650cc bikes which get imported and you have to pay the extra import tax, this is a bike that actually is manufactured in India and you get it at the most economical rate in India as compared to anyone around the world. Now for people who say the Ninja 650 has far more features, it's got a TFT screen, it's got LED lights, it's got electronic aid, all we got to say for such people is, if you can extend your budget upwards of 130%, then yes, those are incredible machines. But for people who have a budget around 3 lakh rupees, you cannot beat the value for money proposition that a Royal Enfield 650 gives. So I hope you liked our review, and if you'd like to have such more honest reviews, please do let us know. Thank you.